Let me tell you something about life. It moves fast. One day, you're young, full of dreams, thinking you've got all the time in the world, and before you know it, years have passed, and you start realizing that time doesn't wait for anybody. See, the problem is most people don't appreciate wisdom until they've already lived through the pain. They don't listen to advice until they've already made the mistake. But what if instead of learning the hard way, you could understand the truth early, before regret ever had the chance to settle in? So today, I want to share 50 truths. Call them quotes, call them lessons, call them reminders. That'll save you from regret when you're older. Because if you get these right while you're young, life will unfold differently for you. Your gift will make room for you, but you've got to be willing to use it even when nobody's clapping for you yet. Too many people go through life chasing what looks good instead of digging deep to find what feels right inside. Your gift isn't something you bought. It's something you were born with. It's that thing that comes easy to you but seems hard for everybody else. The problem is, most folks never take the time to figure out what their gift really is because they're too busy comparing their lives to somebody else's highlight reel. You see someone else winning and you think, maybe I should do that. But that's not how gifts work. When you operate in your gift, doors open that were never open before. You stop chasing and start attracting. The opportunities begin to find you because you're finally walking in your lane. The world doesn't reward confusion, it rewards clarity. When you become clear about your purpose, the right people, the right chances, the right energy begin to show up. Your gift will put you in rooms you never thought you'd be in, but you've got to have the courage to step into the when the time comes. Some people will doubt you, some will try to talk you out of it, but that's only because they don't see what you see. Your gift wasn't given to them, it was given to you. And the moment you realize that your life will never change until you start using what's already in your hands, that's when real progress begins to happen. Don't wait for permission to be great. Don't wait for validation from people who don't even understand your dream. Start small if you have to. Use what you have where you are. That's how you make your gift grow. When you're consistent, your gift sharpens. When you show up day after day, it starts speaking louder for you than words ever could. One day people will look at you and call you lucky, but they won't realize it was your gift that made room for you all along. You kept showing up when nobody cared, and that consistency built something unstoppable. There's power in knowing who you are and what you're built to do. Every one of us has something inside that's meant to make a difference, but only a few are bold enough to believe it. Stop burying your gift under doubt, fear, and comparison. You don't need to be the best in the world. You just need to be the best version of yourself. Your gift might not look like anyone else's, but that's the beauty of it. It was designed that way on purpose. The moment you accept that your path doesn't need to match anyone else's, that's when you begin to walk in freedom. Faith is the key to everything because without it, you won't take the first step toward what you really want. Faith is that invisible bridge between where you are and where you're supposed to be. You can't see it, you can't touch it, but you got to believe it's there before you ever step foot on it. Most people want proof before they move, but faith doesn't work like that. Faith says move first and the path will appear. It's not about having all the answers. It's about trusting that the answers will come when they're supposed to. You can't pray for something and then panic when it doesn't happen overnight. Faith doesn't mean instant, it means certain. When you've got faith, delay doesn't destroy you. You stay calm in the storm because you know the storm won't last forever. The truth is, faith is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Anybody can talk about what they want, but it takes faith to keep pushing when nothing around you looks like it's working. It takes faith to believe there's light at the end of the tunnel when all you see is darkness. And sometimes faith is all you've got. When your money's gone, when your friends disappear, when you've tried everything you know to do and it still isn't working, that's when faith steps in. Faith whispers, keep going. It's what keeps you showing up to the fight when the odds are stacked against you. Without faith, every obstacle looks like a wall. With faith, every obstacle becomes a stepping stone. Faith also teaches patience. It's not just about believing for the blessing, it's about trusting the timing. Sometimes you're ready for the thing you prayed for, but the thing isn't ready for you yet. Or maybe it's the other way around. You're not ready to handle what you're asking for. Faith gives you peace in that waiting season. It keeps you grounded when everything around you feels uncertain, because deep down, and faith tells you that what's meant for you can't miss you. It's not lost. It's just in the making. And while you're waiting, faith keeps you working. You keep showing up. You keep preparing. You keep improving. Faith will stretch you. It will make you uncomfortable. It'll ask you to do things that don't make sense to the logical mind. But that's where the magic happens. When you learn to move based on belief instead of fear, you step into a different level of power. You stop doubting yourself because you start realizing that faith isn't about what you can do. It's about what can happen through you when you stop holding yourself back. You begin to see life differently through the lens of possibility instead of limitation. Faith turns setbacks into setups. It turns pain into purpose. It transforms the impossible into I'm possible. Failure is not final, because every time you fall, you get a chance to rise stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. The problem is most people treat failure like it's a full stop when it's really just a comma in your story. It's not the end, it's a pause, a redirection, a moment to learn what didn't work so you can figure out what will. Failure doesn't define you, your response to it does. Some people let it break them. Others let it build them. And the truth is, you can't get to success without first getting familiar with failure. Every successful person you've ever heard about has a history of things that didn't go right before they finally did. Failure is the foundation that greatness stands on. The reason so many people stay stuck is because they're afraid to fail. They're scared of what people might say, or how it might look, or what it might feel like. But if you let the fear of failing stop you, you'll never know what could have been. You'll stay in the same place, doing the same thing, wondering why nothing ever changes. Growth lives on the other side of failure. You got to be willing to fall flat sometimes, to make mistakes, to get it wrong, because that's how you learn. When you fail, you're not starting over from scratch. You're starting over from experience. You got new information now. You know what doesn't work, and that puts you one step closer to what does. Failure also tests your character. It reveals what's inside of you when the applause stops and the excitement fades. Do you give up, or do you get back up? Because life will always check your resilience. It'll knock you down just to see if you got the strength to rise again. And every time you do, you prove to yourself that you're built for this. You can't be fragile in a world that demands toughness. You can't let one no make you forget all the reasons you started. Failure will humble you, but it will also shape you. It'll teach you gratitude, endurance, and perspective. You start realizing that the failures that once made you cry are the same ones that later make you proud, because without them, you wouldn't have grown. Sometimes failure isn't even failure, it's protection. What looks like a setback might actually be saving you from something that wasn't meant for you. You might think you lost, but maybe you were just being redirected to something better. Life has a funny way of rerouting you through detours that don't make sense in the moment, but end up leading you right where you're supposed to be. And once you failed enough times, you stop fearing it. You start seeing it for what it really is: a teacher, a refiner, a necessary step towards your success. Failure only wins when you stop trying. But as long as you get up one more time than you fall, you're still in the game. Dream bigger than your fears, because small dreams don't excite your spirit, they just keep you comfortable. When you dream small, you're playing life on defense, just trying to survive instead of thrive. But when you dream big, you invite possibility, growth, and challenge into your life. You start thinking beyond what you can see and reaching for what feels impossible. Big dreams stretch you. They pull out potential you didn't even know you had. Fear, on the other hand, tries to shrink you. It whispers in your ear, telling you what you can't do, reminding you of every mistake, every flaw, every limitation. But fear is a liar, and the only way to silence it is to dream louder than it can speak. People let fear control their destiny because it feels safer to stay where they are than to risk failing where they want to go. But here's the truth. Comfort kills more dreams than failure ever will. You can't live an extraordinary life while clinging to ordinary habits. You've got to be willing to step into the unknown, to bet on yourself even when it feels risky. Every dream worth chasing comes with fear attached to it, but that fear is just a sign you're on the right track. The bigger the dream, the louder the fear. That's how you know you're growing. Fear doesn't mean stop, it means prepare. When you dream big, you'll lose some people along the way because not everyone can handle your vision. Some will call you unrealistic, others will laugh or doubt you, but don't take it personally. They're only speaking from the limits of their own belief, not yours. You've got to protect your dream from small minds. Don't expect everyone to understand something that was only revealed to you. Keep your focus, keep your fire, and keep your faith strong enough to carry that dream even when nobody else believes in it yet. The world belongs to those who dare to think beyond their current circumstances. Every great invention, every success story, every movement started with someone crazy enough to dream it before anyone else could see it. You might not have the resources, the connections, or the roadmap right now, but if you've got the dream and the drive, you already halfway there. Dreams are seeds, and fear is just the wind trying to blow them away before they take root. Don't let it. Nurture your dream with action. Water it with consistency. Feed it with faith. And don't ever shrink your dream to fit your fear. Shrink your fear to fit your dream. Because if your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. The only limits that truly exist are the ones you set in your own mind. Fear will always be present, but courage will always be stronger when you choose to act in spite of it. Time is your most valuable currency because once it's gone, you can never get it back. You can lose money and make it again. You can lose opportunities and find new ones, but you can't rewind time. Every second you waste is a piece of your life you'll never see again. Too many people act like time is endless, like they've got forever to do what they were called to do, but the truth is, time moves fast and it doesn't wait for anyone. Every day that passes is another day closer to the end of your story, and what you do in between is what defines that story. That's why you've got to treat your time like treasure. You can't afford to spend it on things that don't serve your purpose, people who drain your energy, or habits that keep you stuck in the same place. When you start to value your time, everything in your life changes. You become intentional about what you do, who you give your energy to, and where you invest your focus. You stop entertaining distractions because you understand that every yes you give to something meaningless is a no to something meaningful. Time doesn't care about your excuses. It keeps ticking whether you're ready or not. If you don't take control of your time, someone else will. And most of the time, they'll use it for their own benefit, not yours. You got to guard your time like it's gold because in reality, it's worth even more. Time is also the great equalizer. Everyone gets the same 24 hours in a day. The difference between people who make it and people who don't isn't how much time they have, it's how they use it. Some people waste it waiting for the perfect moment, but the truth is there's no such thing. You create the right moment by taking action right where you are. You got to stop waiting for things to be ideal and start using the time you got. You don't need more hours, you need more focus. You don't need a lucky break. You need discipline with the time already in your hands. Time reveals what truly matters. When you look back years from now, you won't remember the hours you spent scrolling, gossiping, or doubting yourself. You'll remember the moments when you took a leap, the times you invested in your growth, the people who added value to your life, and the dreams you dared to chase. That's what makes time sacred. It gives you a choice. You can either let it slip away doing nothing, or you can use it to build something lasting. Every second is an opportunity to move closer to your purpose or drift farther from it. The clock doesn't stop, and neither should you. Every day you wake up is another chance to invest your time wisely, because the greatest regret isn't what you lost, it's the time you wasted that you'll never get back. Consistency beats talent, because talent might open the door, but consistency is what keeps it open. You can be the most gifted person in the room, but if you don't show up every single day, your gift won't matter. Consistency is what separates those who wish from those who win. It's easy to start something when you're motivated, when everything feels exciting and new, but the real test comes when that motivation fades. That's when consistency takes over. It's the discipline to keep going even when you don't feel like it, even when no one's watching, even when the results are slow. Talent might get you noticed, but consistency is what builds greatness. Every day you stay committed, you're laying another brick, and before you know it, you've built something unshakable. People often look at successful individuals and think they got there because they're lucky or naturally gifted, but that's not the whole story. The truth is, most of them just refused to quit. They showed up when others gave up. They put in the work even when they didn't see progress right away. Consistency is quiet. It's not flashy or dramatic, but it's powerful. It builds momentum. It creates habits that carry you forward when motivation runs out. You don't need to be the smartest or the fastest. You just need to be relentless. If you keep swinging the hammer, eventually the wall will crack. It might not happen today or tomorrow, but if you're consistent, it's guaranteed to happen eventually. The reason consistency wins is because it compounds over time. Every small effort adds up. Every time you practice, study, work, or take a step towards your dream, you're building a foundation that can't be shaken. But when you keep stopping and starting, you rob yourself of that progress. You break your own momentum. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. It just means showing up again and again, no matter what. Even on bad days, even when it's inconvenient, even when no one claps for you. That's how you build character, skill, and strength. The grind isn't glamorous, but it's necessary. Consistency also earns respect. When people know they can count on you, opportunities start to find you. You become the person others trust, not because you're the most talented, but because you're dependable. The world rewards reliability. Every time you follow through, you build credibility. Every time you stay true to your word, you build reputation. And when you keep showing up, you start to trust yourself too. You start realizing that you don't need to feel ready to take action. You just need to take action to feel ready. Consistency builds confidence because it proves to you over and over again that you can rely on your own effort. It's not about doing it once, it's about doing it until it becomes part of who you are. Talent can impress people for a moment, but consistency will inspire them for a lifetime. Rejection is redirection, because sometimes what feels like a door closing is actually the universe steering you towards something better. Most people take rejection personally, like it's a sign that they're not good enough or that their dream isn't meant to be. But rejection isn't punishment, it's protection. It's life saying, not here, not yet, not this way. Every no you face is shaping your path, trimming away the things that aren't meant for you so you can find what is. When you're rejected, it's easy to get frustrated, to feel defeated, but that's only because you can't see the full picture yet. One day you'll look back and realize that what you thought was a setback was actually the setup for something far greater. Rejection is proof that you tried, and trying is where growth lives. You can't reach your potential if you're too afraid to face no. Every successful person has a trail of rejections behind them. The difference is they didn't let those rejections stop them. They understood that rejection doesn't define your worth. It refines your direction. It gives you feedback, lessons, and perspective. It forces you to dig deeper, to become more resilient, to sharpen your approach. Sometimes rejection exposes areas you need to grow in. Other times it simply redirects your energy toward a door that's meant to open. Either way, it's part of your journey, not the end of it. When you face rejection, you've got two choices. You can take it as a defeat or as information. If one opportunity doesn't work out, that doesn't mean the dream is dead. It just means that particular route wasn't the one. You've got to learn to pivot without giving up. The people who win in life aren't the ones who never hear no. They're the ones who learn how to turn no into motivation. Every rejection plants a seed of determination if you let it. You stop seeking approval from others above all and start trusting your own calling. You start realizing that rejection isn't a reflection of your value. It's a redirection toward your purpose. There's power in understanding that not every opportunity is meant for you. Sometimes you're being protected from something that looks good but would have held you back. Maybe that job you didn't get would have kept you too comfortable. Maybe that person who walked away would have distracted you from your growth. Maybe that dream you thought was perfect was actually too small for who you're becoming. Rejection clears the path for alignment. It removes what's temporary to make space for what's meant to last. The pain you feel from rejection is temporary, but the lessons it leaves behind are permanent. Every no is just a step closer to the right yes. And when that yes finally comes, you'll understand why all the rejections had to happen first. Gratitude changes everything because it shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already here. The world teaches you to always chase more money, more success, more validation. But gratitude reminds you that what you already have is enough to build something beautiful. When you start your day with a grateful heart, you see life differently. The problems don't disappear, but your perspective changes. Gratitude doesn't make life perfect. It makes it peaceful. It gives you balance in a world that keeps trying to pull you into comparison. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, you unlock a kind of happiness that can't be shaken by circumstance. Gratitude is power because it trains your mind to look for the good in every situation. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you see it. You can look at a challenge and say, why me? Or you can look at it and say, what is this teaching me? That shift in attitude changes the whole outcome. Gratitude turns obstacles into opportunities and pain into purpose. It reminds you that even in the hardest seasons, there's still something to be thankful for. A lesson, a breath, another chance to try again. When you live in gratitude, you stop complaining about what's going wrong and start celebrating what's going right, even if it's just a little progress. The truth is, gratitude multiplies what you have. The more you appreciate, the more you attract. When you're thankful for the small blessings, bigger ones start to show up. It's not magic, it's mindset. Gratitude puts you in a position to receive because it opens your heart instead of closing it. You stop chasing everything out of desperation and start moving with appreciation. That energy changes how people see you and how life responds to you. You start drawing in good things because you radiate positivity, not frustration. Now, my gratitude doesn't mean you settle. It means you recognize that what you have is valuable while still working toward more. Gratitude also keeps you humble. It reminds you that everything you've achieved didn't just come from your effort alone. Someone helped you, something aligned for you, a moment of grace opened a door. When you acknowledge that, you stop taking life for granted. You become more patient, more compassionate, more grounded. Gratitude builds character because it teaches you contentment in the midst of ambition. You realize that success without gratitude feels empty, but even small progress with a thankful heart feels fulfilling. The more you practice gratitude, the more resilient you become. It's hard to break a person who's thankful because they always find a reason to smile through the storm. Gratitude turns ordinary moments into blessings and ordinary days into miracles. It's not just a feeling, it's a way of living, a lens that transforms how you see everything. Forgiveness is not about forgetting what happened or pretending that it didn't hurt. It's about freeing yourself from the weight of it. Holding on to anger and resentment doesn't punish the other person. It punishes you. Every grudge you carry becomes a chain that keeps you tied to the pain of the past. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's strength in its purest form because it takes more courage to let go than to hold on. When you forgive, you're not saying that what they did was right. You're saying that you refuse to let it control your peace any longer. You take your power back from the situation and give yourself permission to heal. Forgiveness begins the moment you decide you deserve peace more than you desire revenge. It's not a one-time act. It's a process that unfolds in layers. Some days, the hurt might resurface, and that's okay. Healing doesn't happen all at once, but each time you choose forgiveness over bitterness, you lighten the load you've been carrying. Forgiveness is an act of self-love because it prioritizes your emotional well-being over your ego. The mind wants to replay the pain, the heart wants to move forward. Choosing forgiveness means choosing to protect your heart, not your pride. It's realizing that peace is more valuable than being right. When you forgive, you start to see things differently. You begin to understand that people often hurt others out of their own wounds. Their behavior says more about them than it does about you. That realization doesn't excuse their actions, but it helps you release the emotional grip it has on your life. Forgiveness gives you clarity. It helps you see beyond the pain to the lesson behind it. Every heartbreak, betrayal, or disappointment teaches something about boundaries, self-worth, and strength. It's through forgiveness that you transform pain into wisdom and suffering into growth. You stop being a victim of your story and become the author of it. Forgiveness also heals relationships, not always through reconciliation, but through release. Sometimes forgiveness means letting go of people completely. You can forgive someone and still choose not to let them back into your life. Forgiveness doesn't mean access, it means acceptance. It's saying, I'm at peace with what happened, but I'm choosing to protect my energy moving forward. When you reach that point, you stop reacting to the past and start responding to the present. Forgiveness teaches emotional maturity. It shows that peace doesn't depend on someone else's apology, but on your ability to release the need for one. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. It's the silent act of setting your own soul free from the prison of resentment. It allows light to enter where darkness once lived and lets love replace anger. The moment you forgive, the pain loses its power and you reclaim the joy that was taken from you. It's not about erasing the past, it's about refusing to let it define you any longer. Time is the most valuable currency you will ever have, and once it's spent, you can't earn it back. Every minute you waste doubting yourself, holding grudges, or chasing the wrong things is a minute you'll never see again. People often live as if they have an unlimited supply of tomorrows, putting off dreams and delaying happiness for some distant someday that may never come. But life doesn't wait. The clock keeps ticking whether you move or not. The truth is, you don't lose time because of bad days or failures. You lose it when you stop appreciating its worth. The biggest regret in old age isn't what people did. It's what they didn't do when they had the chance. Time doesn't ask for permission. It moves with or without you, and that's why every second deserves purpose. The small moments you overlook today are the ones you'll crave later. The laughter with friends, the quiet mornings, the risks you were too afraid to take. All of those moments make up the story you'll one day look back on. Many people waste years waiting for perfect conditions to start living. They want the timing to feel right, the money to be there, or the fear to disappear. But time doesn't wait for perfection. It rewards action. You can spend your life preparing, or you can start creating. Every great thing ever achieved began with someone deciding to start where they were, with what they had, and not wait for the perfect moment. Time teaches you what truly matters. When you start to value it, you stop giving it to things that drain you. You stop arguing about things that don't change, stop pleasing people who don't care, and stop living for validation. You begin to spend your time wisely on growth, peace, love, and purpose. The more you respect time, the more it gives back to you in clarity and direction. When you learn to protect your time, you also protect your energy and your focus. People, wow. Oh, understand the value of time. Don't chase distractions. They build legacies. They wake up knowing that every morning is a new opportunity to make their life count. Time also humbles you. It reminds you that nothing lasts forever, neither pain nor success. Everything passes, and that's what makes life both beautiful and fleeting. The relationships you cherish, the opportunities you get, the seasons you go through, they all have an expiration date. That's why you have to be present. Stop rushing through your days. Don't live in the past or wait for the future. Be here now. This moment right here is the only real one you own. You can't change yesterday and you can't control tomorrow, but you can choose how you live today. Time will reveal what truly matters, who truly loves you, and what's worth holding on to. Use it to become who you're meant to be, not who others expect you to be. Because at the end of it all, when the years have passed and the noise has faded, you'll realize the most powerful thing you ever had wasn't money or fame, it was time.